Hey, Muffin here. So I had a subscriber request for SU-100y versus KV-2, two very derpy Tier 6 Russian tanks. Now, the SU-100y was one of the first premium tanks I had purchased in the game, and I had so much fun with the thing. It is such a beast, 130 millimeter cannon. Now, being that the SU-100y is a tank destroyer, there are some cons going against a heavy tank that do make the heavy tanks significantly, or in just a couple aspects, that just gives them that competitive advantage. So having a turret, obviously, is a huge advantage. Heavy tanks typically having more hit points. The KV-2 having 152 millimeter, very derpy cannon. However, the reload much longer, the accuracy much worse, and both of these having their own nicknames, SU-100y being the Doom Box and the KV-2 being the Stalin's fridge. So we'll kind of see when it comes to having two different types of tanks fight each other. We're going to go into this first round with there just being an equal amount of SU-100ys and KV-2s, and if it seems to be a little too easy for one or the other, we'll end up subtracting one tank from the side that won and see how the next round turns out. Depending on what happens to that, we'll either add one or take one away. So this is a bit hard. Not having a turret, having to expose yourself all the way, can really put you in a difficult position. Already two SU-100ys down, and we also have two KV-2s down. Now, if you're playing this way, the utilizing distance, because the KV-2 has such bad accuracy, the SU-100y's accuracy is better. Trying to maybe utilize that distance could be a strength, trying to peek around those corners. For such a big tank as the SU is, or the Doom Box, its maneuverability actually isn't that bad. It can actually get around the map, try and peek around corners, definitely needing to use the landscape buildings to roll back behind for cover. But yeah, those KV-2s with their 152 millimeter cannons are quite derpy. So KV-2s took the first one, which honestly is expected just because, as mentioned, they have turrets, and that is a big advantage. Now, I don't think any modern tanks whatsoever are like the tank destroyers of BLITZ, where they just don't have turrets. I think all modern tanks now have turrets, but correct me if I'm wrong. So second round here, because things were maybe a little too easy for the KV-2s, given that advantage, we decided to subtract one KV-2 from the side just to see how this would turn out. And doing pretty good, already one KV-2 down. And now two. SU-100y is being quite aggressive. Wow. Just falling apart. Only 3 KV-2s left. Utilizing that advantage of having better reload. Not to mention, the nice thing about the SU-100y shell type is its premium round. Unlike a heat shell or an APCR round, as a premium round that does less damage per shot. The SU-100y shell, its premium round actually does more, which is really nice. Going into the last round. So because things were a little easy, the tables had definitely turned. We're now going to make the score even, a 7v7 between these two monsters. And going into town, both sides, which is actually pretty good. Neither one of these tanks have great gun depression, so battling on terrain that's much flatter is a bit better. Doombox is moving in. Ouch, already one KV2 down. Also mixing up the subscribers, and thank you for all those that helped. And shout out once again to Garion. So awesome for helping put together today's video. And wow, things are not looking good. The SU-100y Revenge. And they came in hot, just slaughtering the KV2s. Wow, this, I would have to say, this final round was a bit rough for the KV2s. For not having a turret, the players of the SU-100ys did an excellent job. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. This is the Muffin here. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.